going to a naked beach. Two of the people that I secretly admire were Donald Trump and Candace Owens, and I was exposing the Ugandan society to itself because there is a lot of corruption. And let me tell you how this synchronized and became a full circle moment. When people do not want to say something, they get mad at the one who shows them. Well, hello there, my loves. Welcome to week 4 of The Artist's Way. This week has been all over the place. I haven't been home in a hot minute. Actually, just came back yesterday. I was in Toronto earlier this week. Went on a staycation with my girlfriends, and I just got back yesterday. Week 4 has been all over the place, and today we're doing it a little bit different. We're going to start with the check-ins because how many days this week did you do morning pages? Were there any tantrums? Tantrums often show up as skipping morning pages. How was the experience for you this week? For me, I missed today's morning pages one day because there's a lot of drama going on. The morning that I didn't do my morning pages, the first thing I did was wake up and check my phone because I kind of went viral on Ugandan TikTok. I literally broke the Ugandan internet, and I woke up in the morning. First thing I did was check my phone, check my notifications. Bro, the way I suffer growing these pages for Madame Bay, the page that I started in less than 48 hours had over 10k. It's right now at 13k, and I believe it would still be growing if I was still feeding it with information. And the other day was this morning. I did not journal because I had a meeting early in the morning, and I did not journal. But I'm going to do my pages at night. It does not really count, so I did 5 out of 7 morning pages. Number 2, did you do your artist date this week? Does your artist do more than rent a movie? How did you do, and how did it feel? Again, like I told you, this week has been all over the place. I was in Toronto, got back, had a girls' staycation, and because of this, I never got solo time. Even today, when I could have done that solo date, I had a meeting in the morning, and now I'm going to meet my friends, and I had to record this video for you this week. And this week's artist date had to be an extended artist date, like take a weekend off, or instead of a regular 1 or 2 hours, do an extended solo date. So it did not happen. There was no solo date this week. I'm not slacking. It's just sometimes life just happens, and this week life happened. Did you experience synchronicities this week, and what was it, guys? This week has been wild. As I was reading through week 4, there's not so many things that stood out to me, to be honest. Like, normally I underline stuff and I have so much to talk about. However, synchronicities were a part of last week's topics, and the author said last week, like, you might experience synchronicities and then you just say it's just luck or something like that. I'm looking at my bus leave, yet I need to leave and go meet my friends. But synchronicities I experienced this week. 1, I went viral on Ugandan internet, on Ugandan TikTok, but that poured over to my page. Do I love it? Not so much, because this is not my target audience. People found this page expecting to find more information on what I told on my other page, but that's not what it's for. However, did my views grow? Hell yeah. I was complaining that I have less than nana views. Do I have the views? Yes. Has my follower count increased on TikTok? Hell yeah. I'm happy about that. They're not my target audience. I'm not so mad at it, but I have all these annoying comments of stupid men, I'm so sorry to say that. I want to marry you. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Leaving comments in Luganda, which I appreciate, but I'm just like, I want to work with brands. Me wanting to work with brands kind of, that sabotages it, and I'm so glad I did not put this content on this page because I thought about it. Thank God I did not do it. The good thing about all these platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you can block certain words, and every time I see a word that triggers me, I block it. But I do have an audience, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know if that's a synchronicity because it low-key happened after me complaining, oh my gosh, if you remember last week I was crying, oh my gosh, no one is watching my videos, no. Now I have the audience to watch my videos. Also, I love my Ugandan people because I'm Ugandan, and I appreciate them for supporting me. I just want them to support me for the right reasons, which I'm not going to complain about that. I am grateful. I wanted to complain, but we're not doing that. I'm so grateful for that. Any other synchronicities that happened this week? That is a major synchronicity for me. Like, things feel like they're starting to open up. Right now, when brands come to my page, like I said, I block certain words, so the comments are monitored closely. They can see that people are watching. The only problem is now when you start reaching out to brands and things like this, even if you have the views, where the viewers come from also matters, because brands put money behind content creators whose products are going to be seen by their target audience. And if it's coming from people that are not looking for what I'm talking about, then it's a problem. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. I'm just stating the facts. But maybe this week those Ugandan views are going to extend to Canadian and American and European views because that's where the money is and that's what brands want, okay? I don't know, I'm just talking. I'm just saying this is what is on my mind. Were there any issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. I felt like I was slacking a little bit because I was not present in the... Literally, I finished this chapter yesterday. My friend was still sleeping in the morning. I read the whole week 4, but... I have not been present. Okay, one of the things that was supposed to do this week was reading deprivation, and I low-key did that for 5 days. I wasn't reading. So that happened unintentionally, but it did. Is that a synchronicity? Does that count as a synchronicity? Because I didn't know that we're not supposed to read, but I did not read, and it so happened to be in the time when I'm doing other things, which is great. We'll get to why the author suggested that we don't read for a whole week. And now let us get into the things that stood out for me. Of course, there are the usual 10 exercises that we'll get through, but this week's topic was recovering a sense of integrity. It's so funny how recovering a sense of integrity. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Pause. Synchronicities. Last week, I talked about the people I secretly admire. Two of the people that I secretly admire were Donald Trump and Candace Owens. Let me tell you how this synchronized and became a full circle moment. It became a full circle moment because Candace Owens, I love Candace Owens. The reason why I love her is that she's bold and she stands on business. Guess what I was doing this week? I was bold, standing on business, fighting for things that basically I had integrity. And it's so funny, recovering a sense of integrity is the topic of this week. There is things that are going on in my personal life that I don't even want to bring on this platform, but in case you're wondering, it's on this page here on TikTok. You can go check it out. My family has a bunch of stuff that's going on in Uganda and no one is talking about it. So I told myself, why is no one talking about it? Because I saw the Blake Lively, Justin Beldoni and Ryan Reynolds case. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring this to the internet and I'm going to let the internet be the judge. And I don't know if you remember or if you watch Candace Owens, the way she's talking about this matter, I felt like I'm channeling my inner Candace Owens and I'm proud of myself. I don't know if that's a synchronicity. And Donald Trump is because he has like balls. He has audacity and I'm like, in my family, no one has the audacity to come on camera and say these things. But I'm like, I'll do it. Did it hurt some people? I don't think some people in my family were happy. But last week again, we spoke about those things. Oh my goodness. Can I just go back a little bit? I underlined a bunch of things. The act of making art exposes the society to itself. And I was exposing the Ugandan society to itself because there is a lot of corruption and things like that. When people do not want to say something, they get mad at the one who shows them. And I was the one that showed them the truth of things that are happening. Again, I do not know if that counts as synchronicity, but it does to me. So this week, recovering a sense of integrity, there was nothing much that stood out to me. The author says this week might find you gulping with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of a new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tools of reading deprivation. I did not read this week. I only read yesterday just so I can come and give you a breakdown. So what I underline here is stop saying it's okay when in fact it's something else, which is something that I do a lot. I normally say, oh my gosh, it's okay. I've grown so much and I've done so much work within myself and I'm no longer the kind of person that's like, it's okay. No, it's not okay. If it's not okay, it's not okay. I'll give it to you straight, no chaser. In order to have self-expression, we must first have a self to express. That is the business of the morning pages, bro. This week's morning pages, I don't even know what I've been writing about, but all I know is that my morning pages are normally conversations with God. It's not conversations with myself. Yeah, I do rant a little bit here and there, but it's mostly conversations with God. Asking questions, waiting for answers, and for some reason, I feel very aligned. I feel like things are working out for me. I cannot quite see them yet, I just feel it. The process of identifying a self inevitably involves a loss as well as a gain. Yeah, I think that's self-explanatory. We discover our boundaries, and those boundaries by definition separate us from our fellows. Sorry, I zoned out. In addition to posing problems, the pages may also pose solutions. Like I said, my morning pages are conversations with God, and sometimes I write certain things and then come up with ideas and all these things. So this is the importance of morning pages. You're always ranting. If you rant about the same thing all the time, there's nothing you can do but also be tired of complaining about the same thing. So you find solutions. Those solutions might come to you because one thing that morning pages does is that you start to notice patterns. When you notice these patterns, you're also aware of answers that are coming your way. I don't know, that's how I look at it. But yeah, this was a boring week for me. And one of the things that the artist way says is that you might be doing things and you don't know if they're working. That is how I felt this week. I'm like, I don't even know if the artist way is working. I'm just doing it. And what helps me do this is my friend Yvonne is doing this with me. People frequently believe that creative life is grounded in fantasy. The more difficult truth is that creativity is grounded in reality. Art lies in the moment of encounter. We meet our truth and we meet ourselves. We meet ourselves and we meet our self-expression. The way I like to think about this is the way I create my content. I haven't been feeling inspired, of course, because I've been all over the place. I'm back home. I feel like my inspiration is coming back, but the way I'm thinking of this is that in week 3, particularly week 2 and week 3, there is a way I was creating. I have this imagination. I know she says that we frequently believe that creative life is grounded in fantasy. I feel like fantasy has a role to play with it, because sometimes one of the people that I told you in the last week that inspire me is Issa Rae. I don't fantasize about this. Let's say there are life problems that I want to talk about, okay? Because I'm a creator that talks about content creation, personal growth, being the best version of yourself. I often found that I'm copying people for not copying people, I look to people for inspiration, but now I use my own imagination with real life things that are happening so that I can relate with people, which I think the author is talking about. When you meet the truth, you meet yourself, and when you meet yourself, you meet your self-expression. I'm finding ways to express myself, but I also use my imagination to create the content that I want to create type shit, or sometimes I want to make it fun. Anyway, I don't know, I feel like I'm blabbering right now. Also, I'm in a hurry. I need to leave. I need to meet my friend at 4. Oh my gosh, it's 3:37. Think of yourself as an accident victim walking away from a crash. Your old life has crashed and burned. Your new life isn't apparent. You may feel yourself to be temporarily without a vehicle, but just keep walking. There's so much going on in my life. I feel like I just need to focus on what the goal is. And this week, the goal has been all over the place. That's why I think I haven't been feeling inspired to create, but I'm just walking the path. I'm staying on the path of the artist's way because I'm trusting the process. Nothing dramatic is happening to me. I don't think the process is working, and this is exactly how I felt. Sometimes you might feel like this. I feel like this stuff is not working, but I'm staying the course. To become truly immortal, a work of art must escape all human limits. Logic and common sense will often interfere, but once these barriers are broken, it will enter a realm of childhood visions and dreams. It stood out to me because that's exactly how I feel. I don't want to repeat myself, but it's along the lines of the things that I'm saying. Sometimes my imagination and all these things is my childhood self. It allows me to dream, and that kind of dream is what I bring into my content, which I'm grateful for. You may well be experiencing a sense of both bafflement and faith. I'm no longer stuck, but I cannot tell where I'm going. Again, everything is repeating itself, but I'm following the course. Trust the process. It's so funny that when I started content creation, my slogan, I always said, I watched a video that said you have to come up with a slogan that people will remember. I know I always say this at the end of my videos, and my friend Yvonne actually made me something. I'm going to put it here on the screen. Yvonne does embroidery, and she embroidered something for me that was pretty cool. Say with my slogan, as always, don't forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process, and spread the love, which is very important. That is my slogan. If you've reached this far, please write it in the comment section down below. I'd like to know who has made it this far. All you need to receive guidance is ask for it and then listen. All these things are along the things of what I was saying. There's a little exercise here that I'm going to tell you about. It's buried dreams and exercise. This is an exercise in spontaneity. Wow. So be sure to write your answers out quickly. Speed kills the sensor. I have this in my phone. We're going to go through it real fast because, like I told you, I'm late. 5 hobbies that sound fun. Some of my hobbies are painting. It doesn't sound fun. I love it because it's fun. Karaoke, love that. Writing, I've recently found that I love writing. The only thing is that I cannot read through my morning pages, but I do love writing, and I always go back to my other journals and I love reading them. Scrolling, I love to scroll. I love people watching. These things don't sound fun. They are fun to me. I love axe throwing. I love all these things that are childish games. 5 classes that sound fun. Salsa dancing, I've done it like once or twice, but it is fun. It's challenging, but it's fun. Why did I put painting again? I cannot do that. 5 classes that sound fun. I would like to go for a painting class. Pottery sounds really fun. Never tried, but I want to do it. Oh my gosh, I want to go to an earring making class. Instead of painting, scratch painting. I want to go to an earring making class. I think I'm going to do that for my solo date this week, this coming week for week 5. Yoga class. Learning the guitar sounds so fun. Any instrument, actually. I really want to learn an instrument. I was walking the other day on what was staycation with my friend, and I'm like, I saw a guitar store. I stopped and I'm like, oh my goodness, I would like a guitar. I don't know where that came from, but that was before I did this exercise, which is wild to me. Isn't that synchronicity? I don't know. List 5 things you personally would never do that sound fun. Can I tell you something? Anything that sounds fun to me, I will definitely try. So this one, I did not answer anything. 5 skills that would be fun to have. Singing. Like I said, I love karaoke. I would love to have a good singing voice. I don't know if you've watched my videos. A bunch of my videos, I told you my toxic trait is thinking I can sing when my voice is very mid. It's not the worst, but it's very mid. And then playing an instrument. Coding, knitting. I would love to make my own clothes, bro. I would love to make my own knitted clothes. If you look at my Pinterest board, all the things that I save are like knitted sweaters, knitted hats, I would love to learn how to knit. Trading stocks, because who doesn't want to make money? 5 things I used to enjoy doing were swimming. I do not enjoy swimming as much as I did because now I do it. I don't know, when I was a kid, but when they told us it's time to swim, it was the most exciting time of my life. I do have 2 swimming pools, one at the rooftop and one in my building. Do I use them? Barely. I only use my rooftop pool in the summer when my friends ask to come. I don't go swimming, which is wild. Oh, when my nieces are here, that's when I use it. Taking walks with my dad. We used to do this all the time, like every week. My dad loved walking. He loved exercising. I got into fitness because of my dad. Why did I put things? I put rock. Oh, the second bus has left me. Oh shit. Okay, those are only 2 I had. List 5 silly things that you would like to try at least once. Surfing. I would love to try surfing. Playing with snakes. I don't know if you've seen those people that do those things with snakes. I would love to try that. Going to a naked beach. We have a naked beach in Toronto. I should probably go. Thing is that every time I'm in Toronto, I'm with my family. Like one of these days. Also, I need to work on my body before I do that. But yeah, going to a naked beach, skiing, skydiving. I would love to do skydiving and go on a reality show. Those are my things. So that's the little exercise. And then the next chapter is talking about reading deprivation. We're always doing something, talking, reading, listening to the radio, planning what's next. The mind is kept naggingly busy on some busy, unimportant external things all day. Here are a few things that the author recommends you can do if you're not reading, which is so funny. Listening to music, knitting, working out. I normally work out, make curtains, cook, fix a bike, meditate, paint the bedroom, rewire a lamp, write to old friends, pay bills, all them things. Now the exercises for this week, I did not do any of these exercises. I'll just be honest with you. Environment. Describe your ideal environment. Town, country. What's your favorite season? Why? Go through some magazines and find an image of this or draw it. Okay, my ideal environment is, first of all, I love personal space, so I'd love to get my own condo or my own house. For right now, a condo, because I'm just a girl. I'm not ready for all this house business. There is so much responsibility. But just have like a condo on like that topmost floor. My dream condo right now is the condo that I'm looking at right now. It's high, it's very nice. I just want it to be like maybe 2 bedrooms where if my friends come, they have a place to stay, where I can host people, where I can have like a little nook for myself that is so pretty, that is my workspace. No, I can have a workspace and I can also have like a relaxing space full of plants. My favorite season right now is fall. I can imagine in the fall when outside is like all these different colors and inside also my plants are like colorful, bright, having flowers. I should start getting myself flowers. Yeah, quiet. I'm not those people that love to play music all the time, but I like all that zen frequencies, like yeah, I'm rushing through this because I gotta go. Time travel. You know what? I'm going to do these exercises and I'll bring them back to the next week because I have to go. I don't want to go deep into this. And also this is a lot of personal work. Time travel. Describe yourself at 80. What did you do after 50 that you enjoyed? Be very specific. Write a letter from you at 80 to you at your current age. What would you tell yourself? What interests would you urge yourself to pursue? What dreams would you encourage? Oh my gosh, this is so deep. The third one is time travel. Remember yourself at 8. At 8, I loved swimming, like I mentioned. I remember being at home and always waiting for our driver to come pick us up. What did you like to do? Swimming. What were your favorite things? My little dolls, Julia and whatever, playing with dolls, having like my little Barbie store, hanging out with my sisters, cutting clothes and making fashionable designs like we see on the TV and stuff like that. Now write a letter from you at 8 to you at your current age. What would you tell yourself? Look at your environment. Is there a room that you could turn into a secret private space for yourself? I saw this part and I thought about my apartment. I live in a studio apartment. I was like, how can I make this place? And I've been thinking about it so much. I have that space that's really empty. What did I used to have there? I used to have this work table there. It's quite empty, but it's a studio apartment. I don't want to overcrowd it. However, I'm thinking of getting like one of those little chair. No, it's not a chair. It's like a poof that you can put in the corner. The lights are nice in the back. Anyway, we'll see. Or I can use this chair that I barely use. This space that has my portrait. I do not know. I'm still thinking about that. Use your life of pi from week 1 to review your growth. Be careful not to expect too much too soon. Okay. Write down an artist's prayer, which I haven't written down. It says to go to page 223. An artist's prayer. Oh great creator, we are gathered together in your name that we may be of greater service to you and our fellows. We offer ourselves to you as an instrument. We open ourselves to your creativity in our life. We surrender to you our old ideas. We welcome your new and more expansive ideas. We trust that you will lead us. We trust that it is safe to follow you. We know you created us and that creativity is your nature and our own. We ask you to unfold our lives according to your plan, not our low self-worth. Help us to believe that it is not too late and that we are not too small or too flawed. To be healed by you through each other and made whole. Help us to love one another, to nurture each other's unfolding, to encourage each other's growth and understand each other's fears. Help us know that we are not alone, that we are loved and lovable. Help us to create as an act of worship to you. Interesting. I have to write my own prayer, which I will get to. An extended artist date, I did not do that. Open your closet, throw out or hand on or donate a low self-worth outfit. You know the outfit, make space for new ones. Oh shit. Look at one situation in your life you feel you should change but you haven't. What's the payoff for you in staying stuck? Shaking my head. We're not going to get into details of that because it's a personal thing. If you break your reading deprivation, write about how you did it in a tantrum, a slip up, a binge. How did you feel about it? Honestly, I felt guilty for not reading. Every day I was like, oh my gosh, I need to read. I felt like I had pressure to read. I'm not exactly a reader. I read every morning. I have my books in my bathroom so that instead of scrolling early in the morning, I'm reading. Since I was at home, I wasn't reading. I wasn't reading this journal either because I was out of town. Well, I went with the journal. I just couldn't get around to it. When I'm around people, I like to be in the moment and be present. So I wasn't really reading. Thumbnail. But yeah, I didn't feel anything but guilt. I'm not mad at that because reading is not my favorite thing, and if I don't have to read, it's not a punishment to me. The author says that reading is supposed to help turn your mind off of things like that. My mind is always on, whether I'm reading or not, bro. Anyway, this video is going to be one of the shortest videos I've done for the artist way because I can see right now it's at 38 minutes and when I edit it, it's going to be about 30 minutes, give or take. Oh, was that my stomach? Okay, we're going to have lunch, brunch, or early dinner, or late lunch. I haven't eaten it. That's a lie. I had soup this morning. I got up way too early. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I gotta go. I have to meet my friend at 4. It's 3:46 and the bus just left me. So, damn girl. Wait, let's find a bus right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not as detailed as most of my videos are and there is nothing fun. Basically, we've just been sitting here because I was not doing the exercises all week. Shit, where am I going to meet her? Sephora. Oh! Bro! Synchronicity. Sorry. Synchronicity that I almost forgot. This week, I applied for the Sephora squad. My niece has been asking me to apply for the Sephora squad since the year began. She went to Sephora. She saw a note on the door saying, oh, Sephora squad is coming to Canada. Sephora squad is very new in Canada. It's like, it has never happened. My niece asked me every day, like, apply to Sephora squad. I'm like, I can't because it's not like I'm not a makeup girly. All the Sephora squad people that I see in the States are like, wow. Okay, it comes to Canada. The application was on 25th March to 1st April. I happened to be in Toronto when this happened. I was with my niece. She asked me every day. She reminded me every day, bro. It wasn't irritating. She was like, Sheila, really, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Then on Eid, she's like, Sheila, she opened the page, gave it to me. She sent me the link. I look at the link. I thought the application meant I have to make videos, all these things. And I'm like, I'm not in my space. It's going to be very hard for me to record a video. Looked at the application. It's just like filling in stuff. I did apply for Sephora squad, you guys. I don't know if this is a synchronicity, but I looked at the other people that were applying and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can totally do this because it's not my competition, but the people that are in the pool for this, I'm like, bro, I have the audience, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have you guys. So I applied. I'm waiting to hear back. I do not know if this is a synchronicity, but it feels like a synchronicity to me because I've been wanting to have brand deals and work with brands, and one of the perks of Sephora squad is that you're on a payroll, you get onto different PR lists and you don't have to apply for all these events I want to go for brand events, but I'm not on PR lists, but you automatically get onto them. You're the first person to get the products from these brands, beauty brands and all that stuff, and I'm in my beauty bag because I found out that beauty, tech and finance is what pays the most. So I'm just like, what's the worst that could happen? So I applied, you guys. Pray for me. When the voting comes, I'm going to let you know. But if you want, go to my posts on Instagram and TikTok that look like this and please tag Sephora. I don't know if it's too late. The application's closed on 1st April, but please go tag Sephora Canada, and I appreciate you in advance. Thank you so much. I'm going to end this video. I'm late. Oh my goodness, I did not even look at the bus. Damn, Sheila, your mind is all over the place. ADHD. Wait, Sephora closes at 5 today. I gotta... Oh, okay. I gotta go. There is another bus coming in a few minutes. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you. As always, don't forget to stay motivated, be patient, trust the process. Spread the love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.